For much of the world, Malaysia is represented by a single skyline. The Petronas Towers rise above Kuala Lumpur as symbols of a modern Southeast Asian nation, but beyond their illuminated steel and glass lies a country far more complex, tropical and geographically diverse than its capital suggests. Leave Kuala Lumpur behind and the transformation happens quickly. Expressways pass expanding suburbs before forests and mountains begin appearing on the horizon, revealing how closely one of Asia's great modern cities sits beside landscapes shaped by an entirely different rhythm. The Malaysian peninsula stretches between the Strait of Melaka and the South China Sea, crossed by a mountainous interior that separates its two coastlines. Across this relatively narrow strip of land are rainforests, agricultural highlands, historic trading cities and communities shaped by centuries of migration. North of Kuala Lumpur, roads begin climbing toward the Cameron Highlands. The tropical heat gradually softens as elevation increases, mist settles across the mountains, and steep slopes emerge covered in some of Malaysia's most distinctive agricultural landscapes. Tea plantations roll across these highlands in enormous waves of green. From above, carefully planted rows follow the contours of hillsides, creating patterns that disappear into valleys before climbing toward forest-covered ridges. The cooler climate made these mountains suitable for crops difficult to grow across Malaysia's hotter lowlands. Tea, vegetables and flowers transformed parts of the highlands into an important agricultural region, creating scenery dramatically different from the tropical plains below. Yet beyond the cultivated slopes, fragments of montane forest reveal what these mountains looked like before large areas were developed. Moss-covered trees, cloud and dense vegetation create a quieter world where moisture seems to cling to almost every surface. Descending from the highlands toward Perak, another landscape begins appearing. Huge limestone formations rise almost vertically from otherwise gentle terrain, their forest-covered cliffs standing above towns, plantations and agricultural fields. Around Ipoh, these karst formations dominate the horizon. Millions of years of erosion have carved caves and chambers into the limestone, creating natural spaces that communities have used for religious sites and settlements. Temples appear beneath towering cliffs, sometimes extending deep into caves where natural rock surrounds shrines and statues. Outside, vegetation clings to steep formations that seem almost impossibly abrupt against the developed landscape below. Ipoh itself reflects another chapter of Malaysia's story. The city's growth was closely connected with the tin industry, which drew workers, merchants and investment into the region and helped transform communities across the Malay Peninsula. That movement of people became one of the forces shaping modern Malaysia. Malay traditions mixed with generations of Chinese and Indian migration, while trade connected the peninsula with cultures stretching across the Indian Ocean and South China Sea. Few places reveal that history more vividly than Georgetown on the island of Penang. Rows of historic shophouses, religious buildings and narrow streets preserve traces of a port city shaped by merchants and communities from across Asia. Within relatively short distances, mosques, Chinese temples, Hindu shrines and colonial-era buildings appear within the same urban landscape. Rather than existing as isolated histories, they form layers of a city created through centuries of cultural exchange. Food offers perhaps the most immediate expression of that mixture. Hawker stalls and neighborhood restaurants combine ingredients and techniques influenced by Malay, Chinese, Indian and Peranakan traditions, making Penang one of Southeast Asia's most celebrated culinary destinations. But Penang is not only urban. Beyond Georgetown, forested hills rise across the island while fishing communities and stretches of coastline reveal landscapes that can feel surprisingly distant from the crowded historic center. From higher viewpoints, the contrast becomes clear. Dense development occupies parts of the coast, yet green mountains still dominate much of the island's interior, with the mainland visible across the narrow waters of the strait. That strait has shaped Malaysia for centuries. The Strait of Malacca forms one of the world's great maritime corridors, connecting the Indian Ocean with the South China Sea and placing the Malay Peninsula along trading routes of enormous global importance. Farther south, Malacca grew because of this extraordinary position. Long before modern Malaysia existed, merchants arrived here from across Asia, turning the settlement into one of the region's most influential trading centers. Ships carried spices, textiles, ceramics and countless other goods through these waters. Malay rulers, Chinese merchants, Indian traders and later European powers all became part of a history driven by control of maritime trade. The architecture of Malacca still reflects those layers. Historic streets, places of worship and buildings from different eras sit close together, revealing how repeatedly the city changed as new communities and powers arrived. Yet Malaysia's deeper identity cannot be understood through historic cities alone. Travel east across the peninsula and dense tropical vegetation begins reclaiming the landscape, leading toward one of the country's oldest natural environments. Taman Negara protects an immense area of lowland tropical rainforest. From above, the canopy stretches toward distant hills in almost continuous shades of green, interrupted mainly by rivers winding through the forest. At ground level, the scale changes completely. Giant trees rise above dense vegetation, vines cross the understory, and countless species occupy different levels of a forest ecosystem built through extraordinary biological complexity. Rivers provide natural routes through this interior. Boats travel beneath overhanging vegetation while bends in the water reveal forest extending far beyond sight, creating the feeling of moving through a landscape with few obvious boundaries. These forests support remarkable biodiversity, from hornbills and primates to an enormous variety of insects, reptiles and plant life. Many species remain difficult to observe, hidden within vegetation that can make even large animals disappear only meters from view. The rainforest is also a human landscape. Indigenous Orang Asli communities have lived across parts of peninsular Malaysia for generations, developing knowledge and traditions connected closely with forest environments. Their presence challenges the idea that ancient rainforest must be empty to remain significant. Across Malaysia, some of the country's most extraordinary natural environments are also places with long histories of human connection. Eventually, rivers flowing from the interior reach Malaysia's eastern side, where the South China Sea opens beyond a coastline very different from the busy Strait of Malacca. Offshore, forest-covered islands rise from brilliant tropical water. Coral reefs surround beaches of pale sand, while small boats cross channels where the color of the sea shifts from turquoise shallows to deep blue. These islands reveal yet another Malaysia, but they also mark the edge of something much larger. Far across the South China Sea lies the country's eastern territory on Borneo, a world of enormous rainforest, extraordinary wildlife and mountains rising above the clouds. And once the journey crosses that water, even the Malaysia discovered so far will begin to feel small. Across the South China Sea, Malaysia begins again on an entirely different scale. The states of Sabah and Sarawak occupy northern Borneo, an island where mountains, immense river systems and some of the world's most biologically rich rainforests create a landscape unlike anything on the peninsula. The first impression is often one of overwhelming green. Forested mountains extend toward distant horizons, rivers twist through lowlands, and settlements occupy narrow corridors between an interior that remains difficult to cross and a coastline opening toward several different seas. In Sabah, one mountain dominates the landscape. Mount Kinabalu rises more than 4,000 meters above sea level, its enormous granite summit appearing suddenly above layers of tropical forest and cloud. From a distance, Kinabalu seems almost disconnected from the rainforest below. Dark rocky peaks rise beyond green foothills while clouds gather around the upper slopes, creating one of Southeast Asia's most dramatic mountain silhouettes. Elevation produces extraordinary ecological diversity here. Tropical forests at lower levels gradually transition into cooler mountain environments, with plant communities changing repeatedly as the slopes climb toward the exposed summit. Beneath the mountain lies Kundasang, where farms and villages occupy rolling highland terrain. On clear mornings, Kinabalu towers behind cultivated fields, creating a remarkable combination of tropical agriculture and monumental mountain scenery. But descending towards Sabah's eastern lowlands reveals a very different Borneo. Rivers become increasingly important, winding through rainforest landscapes where wildlife still survives within one of Malaysia's richest natural environments. The Kinabatangan River is among the most remarkable. Its muddy waters curve through forests and wetlands, creating a natural corridor where animals frequently gather along riverbanks and within the surrounding canopy. Orangutans inhabit the forests of Borneo, moving through trees with a patience that seems perfectly suited to the environment. Their survival is closely connected to the future of the remaining rainforest habitats across Sabah and neighboring regions. Proboscis monkeys are another unmistakable presence. Found only on Borneo, these unusual primates often live near rivers, mangroves and coastal forests, making waterways particularly valuable places for observing the island's wildlife. Hornbills cross above the canopy while crocodiles, macaques and countless smaller species occupy the river ecosystem. Even Bornean elephants survive in parts of Sabah, though encounters with these increasingly threatened animals are never guaranteed. Yet the landscape also reveals one of Malaysia's greatest environmental challenges. Large areas of Borneo's original forest have been altered by logging, agriculture and plantation development, fragmenting habitats that once stretched across much larger territories. Protected forests and wildlife corridors therefore carry enormous importance. Conservation here is not simply about preserving beautiful scenery, but maintaining connections between habitats that species require to survive. From the rainforest, the journey moves towards Sabah's eastern coastline and the waters surrounding Semporna. Here, Borneo gives way to an extraordinary marine landscape of coral reefs, small islands and brilliant shades of turquoise. From above, the geography becomes spectacular. Shallow reefs create enormous patterns beneath clear water while tiny islands appear surrounded by bands of pale blue before the seabed drops into much deeper seas. Some communities have developed lives closely connected with these waters, traveling between islands and coastal settlements where fishing and maritime traditions remain important. The sea here is not simply scenery, it has shaped movement and livelihoods for generations. Beneath the surface lies another world entirely. Coral ecosystems support extraordinary marine diversity, from small reef fish to turtles and larger species moving through deeper channels. The beauty of these waters also brings pressures. Tourism, fishing, pollution and climate change can all affect fragile reef systems, making the protection of marine environments increasingly important across this part of Malaysia. Leaving Sabah, the journey turns southwest toward Sarawak, Malaysia's largest state. Here, enormous rivers penetrate deep into Borneo's interior, historically providing some of the most important routes between coastal settlements and inland communities. Much of Sarawak's geography is defined by these waterways. Rivers cross lowland forests before narrowing between mountains, connecting landscapes where road access arrived relatively recently or remains limited. Deep within the interior lies Gunung Mulu National Park, one of Borneo's most extraordinary natural landscapes. Dense rainforest covers limestone mountains riddled with caves, underground rivers and enormous chambers hidden beneath the surface. Some of these cave systems rank among the largest known anywhere on Earth. Their dimensions can be difficult to comprehend until tiny human figures reveal the true scale of passages carved by water through limestone over immense periods of time. Above ground, Mulu is equally dramatic. Sharp limestone pinnacles rise from forested slopes like rows of stone blades, surrounded by an almost continuous canopy stretching across the mountains. From the air, rainforest dominates everything. Rivers disappear beneath vegetation, mist gathers between ridges, and the sheer density of the forest reveals why traveling through Borneo's interior historically depended so heavily on waterways. This interior is also home to diverse indigenous communities whose cultures developed around rivers, forests and long-distance connections across Borneo. Traditional longhouses became distinctive centers of community life in several parts of Sarawak. Malaysia's cultural diversity therefore extends far beyond the multicultural cities of the peninsula. Malay, Chinese and Indian traditions form only part of a much larger national story that also includes numerous indigenous peoples across Sabah and Sarawak. That diversity becomes easier to understand when Malaysia is viewed geographically. This is not one continuous territory, but a country divided by hundreds of kilometers of sea, connecting the Malay Peninsula with northern Borneo. Each region has developed within different landscapes. The peninsula grew around maritime trade routes, agricultural plains and historic ports, while Borneo remained deeply shaped by rainforest, rivers, mountains and coastal networks. Modern Malaysia now connects these worlds through highways, airports and rapidly expanding cities. Yet step beyond those urban centers and geography continues to exert enormous influence over how communities live and how landscapes are used. That contrast is perhaps most striking when remembering where the journey began. The Petronas Towers represent ambition, engineering and the modern economy of Kuala Lumpur, but they are only one expression of a country containing far older stories. Those stories exist in Penang's trading streets, the historic waterways of Melaka, the tea-covered mountains of Cameron Highlands and the ancient rainforest of Taman Negara. They continue across Borneo, beneath Mount Kinabalu, along the Kinabatangan River, among the reefs of Sabah and within the immense caves and forests of Sarawak. Malaysia's greatest surprise may be how quickly these worlds replace one another. A modern skyline becomes mist-covered mountains, historic streets give way to rainforest, rivers lead toward coral seas, and tropical forest eventually climbs toward granite peaks above the clouds. The real Malaysia is not hidden because nobody knows these places exist. It is hidden by the simplicity of the image most often presented to the outside world. Look beyond that image, and Malaysia becomes something far larger, a meeting point of cultures, oceans and ecosystems spread across two remarkably different pieces of Southeast Asia. And as the final light reaches Borneo's mountains and the rainforest disappears beneath evening mist, the Petronas Towers feel very far away. Not because they are any less Malaysian, but because the journey beyond them reveals just how much more Malaysia has always been.